initially, my wife was jealous also. Who are all these people calling? But later, I would tell her, oh, can you kindly pick the phone? Take the message. Then she found out that this man is in need.
Up to anything.
And normally some of them would say,
openness.
Who was talking? Was it a man or a woman?
No, we
I
would
said,
know.
if it could be a man. It could be a man passing a message from a woman. So why do you think it's a man?
No, but why would why would a man or a woman a man call getting a message across for a woman? I think
when you say that the tricks.
But openness is very important. If a man feels that he's not into anything, if a man feels that he's being honest to his wife, why can't they just put their phone on the table? And their wife can go into their phone anytime. What is wrong with that?
Yes.
That's not a problem, right?
That's right. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Let's say if you are a man and you are trying to get a second wife, and you are incommunicado with this potential second wife.
Yes.
If the wife discovers it, tell her, well, see, somebody I may marry, but there's nothing bad. How would you react?
If you tell me that?
And I'm very honest.
If you tell me that on my face, that marriage would not take place.
So you see, so you see, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the circumstances and the individual you are dealing with. How mature is this individual, and how much does he or she understand? How much do you understand each other? And what's the degree of your transparency or openness to each other? You see, once you do that and you have a certain, understanding, I think the communication should not be that a big one. But where you disclose or you don't have trust, there is mutual trust, which should be cultivated. You see what I mean? Yeah. It should be cultivated, gradually. Then this misunderstanding and mistrust happens, and it's psychologically very painful, as you know.
Let me ask you one more before we go to Ramatulai. And then here some men will come home and have passwords for their mobile phones. Is that right? Like, I would never allow that in my house. No.
Okay.
Password for your mobile phone? No.
Password for the mobile phone. Is that password an attempt to conceal something from the wife or from the office?
No, but the office is not the house. When you're in the house, get your password.
You should remove the password.
Or something.
Well, again, that is something, you said you. That's again, it's very difficult to generalize. You see what I mean? Yeah. Some women may condone it. Let's say if you had had other women here, they may condone it because they trust their husbands. Some may, and some may not. Because it means you are being dominant. You are saying, I will never accept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't have a password for my phone. Why should you have one for yours?
And your husband has access to?
Well, my phone is open.
It's open, has access to it.
It's open.
And you don't
have nothing to hide.
And you don't have another phone?
Yeah, I can say the same thing, like I'm looking for a second husband.
Come on, Fatma.
Like the same thing. Now let's
that
go
is
to...
very un-Gambian.
Let's go to Ramatulai. Yes, let's hear some of the text messages.
We have so many comments here today, and it's even funny, like most of the people are like, they're arguing amongst each other. There should be privacy, there shouldn't be. Yeah. But I've seen one interesting one here on Facebook from Njok Malik, and he says, why search your partner's phone if you truly love him or her? Trust before you date somebody. Yeah. And we've got Keba Toure on Facebook as well. I think there needs to be some level of privacy in a relationship. Jealousy shouldn't be a cause to start spying on your partner. If you don't trust them, don't be with them. Yeah. And I think we've got a text message here as well. It says, privacy is very important in marriage. Ladies allow their husbands to go into their privacy, but very rare for our husbands to allow us, from Ndela and Anta.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. Like we would let them check our phones and everything, but they don't let you check their
I think the comments are quite objective.
Yeah.
I think
is Ali Jite on Facebook who said, for me, it's not bad to check into your privacy if you're faithful. I think it's okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's case
people
by
have
case.
Different opinions.
It's very individual.
Yeah, people have.
It's case by case. So one man's meat is another man's poison.
Yeah, but I think it's all.
But I know that from a psychological perspective, a human being needs some degree of privacy, at least confidentiality in certain things, at least in a given time. Definitely. For example, if you are going to say whatever happens, I have to disclose it. Maybe you are doing more harm than good at that given moment. Maybe the person you are disclosing it to is not ready. maybe you need to do some groundwork before you disclose that information. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I'm not suggesting that people should conceal something that is basic and obvious from each other. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But some degree of privacy as human beings from a psychological point of view, that is human.
Yeah, but the reason
it's
why
accepted.
some of these men would run away with their phones is because of all these text messages.
It depends on the motive, yeah.
The text messages.
Yes.
I think people need to be careful with text messages. I don't joke with them, but you will see people writing all kind of text messages, passing it around. Because somebody can forward these text messages, and then everything you say will go all over the place.
Yes.
So that's one thing I always tell people, be very careful with text messages. Once you send them, they stay. And they can be forwarded to
disseminated.
Yeah, we should be very
Normally, what are the
them.
contents of such messages?
Well, you know, I'm missing you. You said you were coming. I did not see you. I'm waiting for you
And
here.
that could be a girlfriend.
Of course, yes. Which other you would know, because then sometimes you would find this number and get a friend to call the number and say, see who this person is, and then a girl would answer. And then it will say, hello, and then you go like, is that Ami? And then some of the ones who are not very smart would say, Dede do Ami de man la Fatou. Fatou fan nga deka ni, Dede mangi deka fi de kani fing. Okay, come on Ami la soxlon. Already then you know it's a woman.
Yes.
Because some of these girls, they're not that smart.
Yes.
And then once this text message comes, you know now it's Ami sending it from Kanifing. And what is the relationship? What your husband, what has he got to do with Ami? And then you follow that trail.
To the extent that he's saying, I miss you, I waited for you.
I am waiting for you in my house, you know, I'm at the hotel waiting there. That kind of thing.
You're exposing yourself to the sun.
Exactly.
You know
so that's why people should be careful with text messages. When I send messages, it's just to say yes or no, or, you know,
yeah,
that kind
I
of
agree
thing.
with you, but what I think I would advise people is to be responsible.
Yeah, it's very important.
Whatever you do it responsibly. Be responsible.
Yeah, responsibility.
Because I want to even help you. I heard that some ladies would have the audacity to call the so-called boyfriend's husband, and I mean wife, and insult her.
Yeah, some would do that.
That depends on the man.
Yeah.
I think it's a foolish man, because if you do not respect your own wife, who is in your house, and you allow a girlfriend to call and insult your wife, something is wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then
So
us
that's
women, we don't learn, because I would not be with a man who would treat their wife like that.
Yeah, that I had such things happen.
Because it will come back to you.
It will come, and if let's say you eventually marry that one, the girlfriend, and somebody else calls her to
they will
insult.
feel the same.
So you see, so one should, one good turn deserves another. I think there should be respect in everything you do.
I think men should respect their wives. You know, we all know, we talked about it here. We talked about cheating in a relationship, and we've seen that men cheat more. But what we're saying, whatever you do, like Dr. Sidibe said, you have to be responsible. Make sure you respect your wife, because your wife is the mother of your kids. And if a woman disrespects your wife, they are disrespecting you.
Yeah.
They're not disrespecting your wife, but they are disrespecting you. So no matter if you're dating a girl or something, you have to tell them, this is my wife, and you don't mess with my wife. But Dr. Sidibe, again, this getting into people's privacy has more to do with mobile phones and bank accounts.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, I traveled recently. I was out of the country, and a lady walked into the bank and said to the bank manager, I want to know how much money is in my husband's account. And the bank manager said, are you a signatory? She said, yes. But he was like, I cannot give you the details. You have to come with him. So it's a whole lot of...
It's doubles, two people have to sign.
So people want to know how much money is in their partner's account, and also check their mobile phones.
Whether it's the man or woman who does it, I think that is kind of conspiracy. I mean, why do you go behind his back? Or were you authorized by him? Yeah. If so, where's the note?
It's when they lie to you.
So I think this again is
when they tell you, I don't have money, and then you feel there's money, you know,
Or the wife tells you, I think we should be very balanced. Yeah. The wife tells you, I have a big, somebody has named a child after me, and I need 20,000.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's extravagant. So if the husband says, I cannot afford that, you should, understand that. I'm supposed to pay children's school fees. That's my priority. Yeah. But some women will also insist that this money should be given. Yeah. Again, it depends on the man. Why are you false? Why do you give your wife the impression that you are filthy rich? when you are not. You see, that's another thing.
Yeah, well, sometimes people do that to protect their marriage.
Yes.